I did a little gaming.
Yeah?
Can I tell you about some games?
No?
Oh.
Now go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. I'll give you permission to do that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Very good.
I started playing LA Noire again.
Hello.
Have you ever played LA Noire?
I have not, but it looks like a cool game.
Yeah, it's like
with wonky driving physics.
Well, you start off driving like really shit boxy cars, so they don't handle too good. Also, they're from the 50s, so they don't have like power steering or braking or like power anything, right?
Yeah.
Suspension. So yeah, they don't control very good. But it's just like a 40s. You're a detective. I mean, this game's however old. Everybody knows LA Noire.
Yeah.
You're a detective solving crimes. And it's just like the whole aesthetic of it and the story. I've beaten the game. I got every achievement on the Xbox 360 for it. Like, I liked it a lot. But the remastered was on sale for like $9 a while ago or whatever. So I was like, fuck it. I'll play that again.
Hell yeah.
So they did change it though, because the way it was, when you interview someone, they're like all mocapped. They're like real actors. So you'll see them and you'll be like, I recognize that guy. Like, he was in like Mad Men, or like, I know this person from this movie or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you talk to them and ask them a question, you're supposed to be able to read their expression to tell if they're being forthcoming or whatever. Yeah. And in the original game, the three options were like truth, lie, or I can't remember what your three options were.
Flub it.
Well, it was like truth, lie, or like
persuasive,
something like that. And it didn't really make that much sense. They've changed it now where it's good cop, bad cop, or something else, right? Oh, no, wait. That's French what it made. Used to be. Well, now I'm confused. Anyways, they changed it so it's a better way now. So you can more likely be able to choose how you're going to answer. Yeah. And usually, like, when someone says something to you, you'll ask them a question like, hey, where were you on the night of the murder? And they'll be like, oh, I was at home all night. And then they'll just stop talking and they'll just look at you like, and then you'll be like,
I was at home all night.
Yeah. They'll just sort of, they won't look away or anything, but then you'll be like, well, what's with the blood in the thing? And they'll be like, oh yeah, I cut myself shaving. And then they'll be like, looking all around like, and be like, I think you're lying to me right now. So it has a Phoenix Wright type of vibe to it too, where you'll have the way you've deduced the answer, because you can present them evidence and then they'll be like, oh, you got me. And you'll be like, I presented this evidence, but it's like the wrong step of the evidence.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, I know this is the murder weapon, so I show them the murder weapon, but they don't react to it in the right way because they want you to present like a rope or whatever,
Yeah.
So it's a little annoying that way, but it's still enjoyable. So
nice.
I like it a lot. $9. But speaking of $9 games.
Ooh, $9. Let's go.
So Mikey T33 was sick. I had done my Yakuza-ing.
Yes.
So I was like, I can't play ahead. We got to talk about this chapter still.
Yes.
But I was in a Yakuza mood.
Oh.
So then I was like, are there any Yakuza games that don't have characters? Like, that I don't need to play the other ones, to get spoiled on?
Yeah.
So I did some Googling, and it's like all the Yakuza games, like 1 through 7, they're all like interrelated. So you'll see characters and you'll see plot threads and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, well, I don't really want to do that. And then there's these two other ones called Judgment and Lost Judgment, they take place in Kamurocho, and they use the map of Kamurocho, but none of the characters from Yakuza are in it. But it is a Yakuza game. You just play a detective investigating crimes.
Yep.
But it's not interrelated, right? Those weren't on sale. They're like regularly $60 or whatever. I'm like, no, that's okay. But then I was looking at the Wikipedia page for RGG Studios, and it shows all the games they've made, and it's like they have like Binary Domain and all the Yakuza games, and then there's in the middle Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. So I was like, let me click on that. It's like, oh, it's basically Fist of the North Star, but a Yakuza game where you play as Kenshiro running around a city doing quests and leveling up to find Yuria, your girlfriend. And I was like, oh, wow. This could scratch that old Yakuza itch.
It sure could. That came out in 2018.
So I did a little hot Google, and it was on sale on PlayStation, PS4 version.
Yep.
$9. So I was like, even if I only play it for an hour, like, it's $9. Like, who cares, right?
It's literally $9.
So I bought it, and I'm on chapter 5, I think, now. And it's finally actually getting to the open world part. But it is Fist of the North Star, like the game. So you're Kenshiro, who knows the Rokoto Shinken technique.
I can't remember.
And it's basically you beating the shit out of people and making them explode. And then you'll hit your little power button and he'll do his iron clench fist attack and like crush a guy's face. And he'll just do his punching like he'll punch a guy and they'll be like, I'm not even and they'll be like, you don't even know you're already dead, and it just explodes.
Omae wa shindaru.
Exactly. So unfortunately when I first started it, I was like, oh, there's only English. This sucks. But then I found out like you have to set the language to Japanese in the main menu. Then you go in the game and then you hear him say.
And then it's subarashi.
Yeah, then he starts saying that when he's killing people. But it's Yakuza, man.
Yeah, that's great.
Dude, I played a mini game where I'm a bartender mixing drinks for people.
That was one of the pictures that came up when I Googled it.
Yeah, there's a thing, you remember Bat, the little kid that you meet in the anime? He's there and he's working on fixing a truck for us. So you get to drive a truck around. There's all these other little areas you can drive to.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I think it's only available on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Which is a bit sucky.
Yeah.
But I was like, for $9? Shit, yeah, I'll play this.
Hell yeah, dog.
Yeah, got me in the Yakuza mood anyways.
Nice.
Because I was really wanted to play more Yakuza. I was like, oh my God. It's really amping up now. So...
It is really heavy.
So I had to resist for Game Club. So then I was like, oh, Fist of the North Star. And we watched Fist of the North Star anime, the movie for Weebus Plebus, which we both were kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
Because it was like, what is even going on?
Yeah, we didn't know. We didn't know there was a whole series.
Well, we didn't know that the movie was like a condensation of the show into like a movie. Because even in the first episode of the anime, I'm like, oh, that's why this was happening. Like,
it's a classic blunder. Made by two white dudes.
Well, I mean, yeah, true, but like, why would we assume that we would, like, why would you think that the movie is just going to be a condensation of the show with like most of it stripped out?
I don't know. Like a lot of there are a lot of movies that are like that are just
well, maybe anime, but I wouldn't know that. Shows. I blame you. Anyways, it's as I'm watching it, it's like, oh, I like when Bat ran up, I'm like, oh, that's Bat. Okay. And even I don't know if the game is based off of actually something that happens in the anime or whatever, but it does flashbacks to things that I saw in the movie where it was like, the master has decided to make Kenshiro the number one, the guy that becomes the
Fist of the North Star?
Yeah, and all the other like Toki and Raggy or whatever, they're all like, this is bull crap. How can they choose the youngest one? This is the end of our line and blah blah blah. And there's like these flashbacks to all these things that I was like, oh, I remember that.
Nice.
So yeah, it is Yakuza where it's a lot. The story is interesting, but it's also like, why do they keep talking about nothing? Like they'll be like, oh yeah, I was over at the thing, and then the guy will be like, oh, you were over at the thing. Yes, I was over at the thing. What happened when you were over at the thing? Well, then this happened. It's like, why don't you just fucking skip all the other back and forth and just tell them what fucking happened at the thing, right?
They got to know what happened at the thing.
Yeah, but we didn't need to go back and forth to be like, please tell me about. Oh, I'll tell you about it. Well, do you want to hear about it? I do want to hear about it.
Great.
So, but yeah, I'm for $9. I've already got my money's worth out of it. I'm excited to play more, and it's totally like, as you run around town, it's like, oh, I discovered a sub story to do something for Kenshiro, and they'll be like, oh, there's a bandit stole my money. Will you go rescue my money, Kenshiro? And he'll be like, yes, I'll do this. And he goes and fucking blows somebody's head up and comes back. It's got the leveling up system and everything, crafting.
Wow. It's
got everything. It's
That's cool.
Literally a Yakuza game, but with Kenshiro in it.
Yeah.
So, and you can play dress up. I put him in a nice shiny outfit, gold chains and whatnot,
Beautiful.
And equipping, I put on a wife beater shirt and I got some nice slacks. I mean, you don't see them, but you know how it is in Yakuza.
Yep.
So yeah, pretty good. I was pretty stoked about finding that. So
great.
And I'm just waiting now for Judgment and to go on sale so I can get that for dirt cheap, baby.
Yeah. Subarashi.
Yep. But other than that, I don't really think I played or did anything else too much. Not that I can remember.